Something's coming my way. Oh. Oh boy, I think I may have just figured out what you're talking about. I didn't even see it was live. That's funny though. Thank you for the warning. Hey, Dallas. What's up, dude? I appreciate it, Obi. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. There he is. Brando30rock. Raiding with a party of 20. That's officially, like 18 more viewers than the most I've ever had. Thank you. Oh my gosh. First ever raid. Obi warned me it was coming, and I dearly appreciate that. Still, holy shit. Welcome in, guys. We're just playing some after party. Trying to find replacement singers in hell, literally. Thanks, Brando. You streamed what, 3 times today? That's nuts. Get followed upon. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. Thank you, Dallas, for the follow. Thank you, Actor Pat, for the follow. Oh man. You guys are the bomb. We're trying... Yes, like Obi said, we're trying to get into a party at Satan's house because that's the only way to get out of hell. But in order to get a ticket to the party, we have to, go on quests and stuff. So right now, we're doing a quest for someone who can supposedly get us into the party. But she's a singer and she's booked. So basically, we're trying to find somebody who her super picky manager will accept as a replacement. And we are currently looking for somewhere called the Rock and Roll Hall of Mame. That I did not see on the way in, and I'm not entirely convinced is actually down this way. One of the weird things about this game, like I was telling Obi earlier, is that it's not WASD key controls for the characters. You have to actually click on the screen and then let them walk to the little purple point. Which makes getting around a little awkward and very slow. But yeah, super old school mechanics. The graphics are surprisingly good. It's definitely got some rough areas. There's regular, like, it's almost like laggy sort of pauses in the dialogue. But it's not actually lag. It's because it happens every single time, whether streaming or not, whatever's going on, like, it's just in there. And then the character control is a little bit awkward. And as I was telling Obi earlier, there wasn't actually any sort of tutorial for this. So basically, I figured out by accident how to move the character and like interact with stuff. It also took me a while to figure out that I'm actually playing both characters. The guy with the purple hair is Milo, and the other one is Lola, and it will actually switch back and forth between like who's talking when I'm choosing dialogue options. It's super weird. And I mean, once I got used to it, it was fine. It was just like, okay, this would have been handy to know. The game starts off in a college party, and I'm still not sure what exactly I did to trigger the next like scene in the game, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't supposed to take me an hour and a half to do it. I don't actually know. I'm up here around Talia. But it doesn't actually show me specifically where I'm going. It should be right there. You know what? I feel like we saw those arches. I love all the recent games that deal with the devil. Yeah, this is the first one of them I've played, but Hades looked really interesting. This one was one of those, like, you know, I got it free from a stream giveaway, and who can argue with free? And it also seemed to make sense to just, like, at the time, it made sense in my head to start off streaming with something new where I wasn't, like, jumping in the middle of progress I'd already made off stream. I second guessed that once I actually started because I was figuring out a new game and figuring out streaming at the same time. But it also kind of gave me an excuse to put Minecraft on hold for a little while and play something else for a change. So that's good too. Hades is incredible. That's what you were streaming, what, like a couple weeks ago? Or a week and a half ago, something like that? I don't know time, but you were streaming that recently, right? Modern World, yeah, pretty much. As far as I can tell, anyway. They were making jokes about 1992 being, like, basically ancient history, socially speaking. So, yeah, pretty much modern. I'm not sure, actually, when the game was made. Hold on, I'm actually curious about that now. Yeah, it was actually released just over a year ago. Yeah, Hades was a few weeks ago, but I got so into the game I played a ton off stream. Yeah, I know how that goes. This one hasn't yet proven to be quite that addictive. I think part of it is because I'm too impatient. Like, I think I would have run out of patience for it if I wasn't playing it on stream where I have other stuff to do while I'm waiting for them to finish walking wherever I told them to walk. But I definitely know how that goes. I tend to go through phases where, like, I'll be completely helplessly addicted to a game for a while, and that's all I will play, and I will play it every spare second I get, and I just can't put it down, and then I'll get to some point eventually where I'm just like, okay, all right, cool, that's good. And then I'll move on to something else. But Skyrim was that way for me. I played Skyrim basically nonstop for, oh gosh, months at least. I don't know how to get. I mean, it's 110% worth playing for free. I feel like that came out sounding meaner than I meant it to. I like the game, don't get me wrong. But, you know. I kind of feel bad, like, even commenting on the little things because I get it for free, and, you know, you can't argue with free. It's just not a thing to do. Keep feeling like I'm missing a... The other weird thing about the navigation, yeah, very ominous. Although to be fair, it is hell. The other weird thing about the navigation is that I have no control over their forward and backward movement. I can only control left to right. Which is why I know that what I'm looking for has to be along here somewhere. Unless I misunderstood what I'm supposed to be doing, and the guys that I already sent to talk to the manager are the only ones I'm supposed to be collecting. But that doesn't really make sense, because I feel like there was a way they wouldn't have been an option. That flute punch. Exactly, Obi, exactly. Yeah, it's fun, and the graphics are really fun, and surprisingly good. I'm just looking for a white circle. A white circle that lets me go somewhere other than in this straight line. That's all I want, really. Leica Studios. Leica. I'm really bad with, like, keeping track of names of game studios and stuff like that. Like, even like for music, like album names, I'll know the songs, and I'll know the artist, and I could know all the lyrics to half the songs they've ever done, and I can never remember the album names for whatever reason. Oh, okay. Yeah. I can definitely see the similarities now that you mention it. Coraline especially, for some reason, I think it's the DVD cover. I tend to remember things in pictures. Like, I don't say I have a photographic memory because the scientists and whatnot are still trying to figure out if that's actually a thing that exists, and also because mine isn't quite that detailed, but I do remember things as like snapshots, and I have a mental snapshot of the DVD cover for Coraline, which I feel like I saw like 15 years ago or some crazy amount of time ago. But it's stuck in my head. And yeah, very similar style. Oh, Portland, that's neat. I've never been to Portland, but I've always wanted to go. Obi and I were talking earlier about how we would both totally go to this bar. Honestly, I would have expected a bar in hell to be way easier than this. I'm gonna grab a drink. because
Want something?
when you drink, you get extra dialogue options. And the extra dialogue options are usually the ones that you want. Or at least so far they have been. Again, it's not showing me the description, but they have these different effects. Like the Jeffrey Bomber's Lovable Lush. Don't think I've actually tried that out yet. Did I try that out with the... I don't remember. You should see some of the descriptions for some of the other ones. I don't even want to know how the one with a dead guy's toe in it ended up being called The Student of Prague. But the two in the middle have Liquid Courage effect. And then the Black Death, the effect is called Witty Asshole. I have not tried Witty Asshole yet. Mostly because it felt a little bit risky when I'm trying to like recruit people to play a show that I can't pay them to play, and like, yeah, I'm trying to get people to do stuff. Maybe not the best time to risk them taking your sense of humor amiss. That being said, I kind of want to try it this time, maybe, because
The Black Death, thanks.
you know what? Let's go for it.
Black Death? Sure.
Black Death, unfortunately, doesn't actually rot your body. It just turns you into a somewhat clever dickhead. All right, well, as long as it's not a stupid dickhead, I guess. I guess we're about to find out whether Ono, the performance manager, appreciates witty assholery. Yeah, like we said, Irish deaths.